Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I hope you can hear me okay. I hope everyone has had a great, productive Tuesday. Happy April, all that good stuff. I think it's our first time connecting this month. So I figure we talk about some of the drama that's been going on in the black side of YouTube with Obsidian, Mamiya Ali, Minister Jap. Also, we need to explore Chris Logic, Jessica X, because she never really came back to tell us, to give us part two of her expose, her alleged expose. And it's kind of looking like, I don't know, it's looking like you still did not find the true identity of Jessica X. Now, I'm not really sure why that is so important to her because I don't feel like you should have to. Obviously, I don't feel like you should have to come on camera to be on YouTube. There's no stipulation for that. So, let's get into our first. I figure we first look at Obsidian and Minister Jap. Now, I think they are both considered Black Manosphere content creators. They both been on here for a significant amount of time. I remember Obsidian from Blog Talk Radio, so I don't know if any of y'all listen to Blog Talk. I don't know if it's still a thing, but I remember hearing him on there. I remember Alan Roger Curry from Blog Talk. So I'm kind of familiar with Obsidian. He used to say, I don't know if he still says he's the voice of the everyday brother. Because now he seems a little bougie. Now he seems, and I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. So bear with me. Let me set that up because I just want to know, and this may deserve its own stream. Why are these Black Manosphere dudes so bougie? Like, why they act like they only rock Gucci and Tom Ford and they only wear fragrances that you could only buy at like Nordstrom and Bloomingdale's and Saks and stuff. Like, these dudes are so funny to me. So, good evening, everyone. Hi, Morris Chester. Good to see you. You say you came with the gas and tea. Okay, drop the tea now. Hey, Dale. Good to see you, as always. Yeah, Blog Talk was fun before YouTube was around, but it wasn't popping like it is today. What's up, Just? Good to see you. So give me a moment, y'all. I'm gonna pull up some stuff here. So I'm gonna mute my mic for a second. Yes, as Just says, Intel Wars, because it seems like the manosphere may be crumbling. I noticed that they all have a lot of disdain for Kevin Samuels these days. And I'm curious to know from y'all, do y'all think that is warranted the way they feel about Kevin Samuels and his success, if you will? Now, I ran across an interesting video today, and it just really highlights the inconsistencies of Kevin Samuels, which I've been aware of for a while. And I just like people overlook, people see what they want to see, but whatever. Let me get this set up so we can move forward. So bear with me one moment. All right, so one day I want y'all to see Obsidian's community tab. Y'all might have saw this today. Okay. Let's see. Y'all may have saw this today, but and I understand life, we grow, we evolve, but this is ridiculous. This is the voice of the everyday brother, right? Look at this. Now he's saying one of my big six requirements for any woman I partner or mate with is that not only must she be a graduate of a tier 1 university, so I'm thinking that's like Columbia, Yale, UPenn, what else? Whatever. But she must also possess a professional business degree of some kind with commensurate experience in the business field. This sounds like a job announcement. This is because I must be able to use her social networks, and her talents must be at my disposal in the furtherance of my ambitions which are considerable. A quote unquote big butt and a smile come standard on all models. Yet another reason why Saint Kevin and I are of the same mind. All right. So so he's saying that he needs a woman to be from a tier one university. Did he even finish college? Wasn't he like a tradesman or something, like a blue collar guy? Excuse me. So why does he need a woman to have a degree from like Columbia or Yale, or I think Penn State? Where are those schools, like the top business schools, whatever? This is ridiculous. And these men are almost near 50. I think he's close to 50. I don't know if he's past that threshold yet, but where is this coming from? This guy used to talk about he's the voice of the everyday brother, the blue collar guy. Now he's Mr. Bourgeois Negro. You know, he probably on the shops at he's probably above Macy's these days, you know. He probably wouldn't wear a Ralph Lauren fragrance, you know. He's above that. Let's see just him. Exactly, Dale. Everyone got their start on Blog Talk. Dale says, it's jealousy. I'm not a fan of Samuels. However, he's not extreme like that. Really? I think he's very extreme. I really think he's extreme. And I don't know if y'all have heard about, there's this document where federal government is really, I guess, taking a look at these online spaces where they name red pill. I think they name red pill incel, MGTOW. They're looking at these spaces where these men get together. So in my opinion, he's extreme. Perhaps he does it for shock value, for the viral factor, but I just don't like him. You said, what does Obsidian contribute? Well, you see here, excuse me, he's sharing a video that Kevin did, said women should let men use them. And I listened to his monologue just to see where he was going with that, because I had an idea, but I didn't want to just assume. And he was saying that, you know, women, you have your money, your degrees, but men can't use that. All modern women are good for sex. What else did he say? He said men should be able to use your resources and your connections, things like that, pretty much. So I don't know. I think, ain't that what married people do? Whatever. Just says, oh, shorty and lucky if he can attract Big Shirley. Oh, Lord. I just don't understand why he's so bougie. Where did this come from? Where did this come from? He didn't used to be this way. Just as I remember him mentioning that he went straight into the workforce after graduating high school. Right. So now he needs a woman that graduated from Columbia. Well, most people didn't go to Columbia. I don't think Temple University. I know it's in Philadelphia. I don't think that's tier one. I don't think it is. Dale says, I haven't heard too many of his shows. However, I don't think I've heard Samuels call people names. I could be wrong. Yeah, you're wrong, Dale. You're very wrong. Just says, sweet on Samuels is extreme. He's just laid back. Yeah, he's kind of like Tommy in a Tom Ford suit and glasses. He's not that far off. Now, he doesn't get that down in the dirt with them. Like, I would give him credit. Like, did y'all hear Tommy's channel got terminated again today? He just came back from being terminated. He keeps harassing Kwame Brown, and it's just really disgusting. They making fun of the man that mother, Mrs. Skinny, saying piss on green. But I'll let me get back on topic. But I'm gonna play a clip of Minister Jap and Obsidian having a conversation, and I'm kind of interested to know when y'all think the Manosphere really going to implode, because I remember when Obsidian wrote his book and Kevin endorsed the book, he didn't even bother to read the book. I feel like that's disrespectful. I mean, it's good he did, and that's nice he endorsed it, but if this is your friend, wouldn't you read the book? And I recall hearing Obsidian on C Boogie's show. I don't know if y'all familiar with C Boogie. I think it's what he calls him, Dome Game Division. And a lot of us in the audience, we just felt he was so disingenuous. This was, I think, about 2 years ago now. And he was talking about going to art galleries. I'm like, dude, the only art you see is when you go to the doctor to check up on your spine, whatever. Like, he's just, what happened to the everyday brother? Now he's just, what? Why are these Negroes on here so bougie? Where's this coming from? We know the average salary in America is not even $60,000 yet. All these manosphere men are so bourgeois, they so elitist, they think no woman is suitable and good enough for them. Like, where is this coming from? So, but let me find that clip because this was definitely a good thing for us to look at together. So I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all had a good day. But I just don't understand. I kind of think, I mean, I think right now it's a lot of fellas in the chat. Do y'all take the Manosphere, guys? Is it something you take seriously? Do you gain any insight that you apply to your life? Or is it just entertainment for you? I'm really curious because to me, it seemed like it's just entertainment only. Because these two, they had a conversation on Bernard Riley. He's also in the Manosphere, but it didn't go so well. And to me, Minister Jap has always been extreme. I remember, but I'll just laugh at him because to me, he seems kind of incel-y. But when him and Sansaray, I know Dale knows Sansaray. I don't know if the rest of y'all familiar with Sansaray, but he had an affinity for her, and I guess she shot him down or whatever. And after that, he just started going in on her. I think she ended up doxing him. That's how we know his name, Timothy something. And he just, I don't know, he just called black women German shepherds. He does a lot. He really does a lot. And now I think he got a white woman. Like, good for you. Do you, bro? Do you? We don't care who you with. Okay, so it's just so much on YouTube. And I'm kind of wondering, like, is YouTube good for your mental health these days? Because I'm like, I need to reset my algorithm at this point. I'm just all the abuse, verbal abuse, talking about people deceased mother. Um, just it's crazy on here. I don't know if y'all seeing some of this stuff on here, but it is ridiculous. Yeah, he calls women German shepherds. So let's see. So we're gonna look at this clip, and this is from the channel called Confidence Creators. So y'all go check the channel out. But I always appreciate these channels who capture these clips because a lot of times, live streams can go very long. So let's check it out. But it's going to be of Minister Jap and Obsidian. And it's messy. I don't know. It was rumors that Jap got shot, but I don't know where they came from. I really didn't know where they came from. So let's check this out.
My best friend here, you guys know.
Good stuff, man. So, the Satanist Center pulled up on Kevin Samuels. By now, we've all heard about it, so I'll keep it short. For those who didn't hear, Kevin was in Vegas, and Marquette got a phone call from a saint telling him Kevin Samuels is in town. And Marquette, being the mayor, well, he pulled up on him. What? It wasn't to beat him up. He simply apologized for insinuating that Kevin may be a part of the LGBT community. And then they took a picture together, which to me was respectable. See, when I first got on YouTube, I made a few videos about Steph is Cold. I liked his content at first.
Okay, and speaking of Steph is Cold, and fair use, we're reviewing this video just for purpose of commentary, discussion. Maybe we can learn something here, but Steph is Cold. I don't know if he's considered Manosphere, but he's a young guy. And I think people got mad at him when they found out he was in a relationship. And then also with the Alpha Male Strategies, I think they found out he was in a relationship or something. They were not happy with that because these guys tell fellas like, oh, stay on your purpose, fuck these hoes, sleep, all kind of stuff like that. But they're not doing what they're telling y'all to do. And I'm all over YouTube. I'm in the bushes, so I like to see what these men talking about because I'm just curious. But yeah, so they were really upset with Steph Cole. I haven't seen him in a while to know what's going on with him these days. But let me see what y'all talking about. Yeah, Dale, Kevin's mouth is very vicious. So Booker T says, unless the U.S. has a drastic change socially, I doubt the Manosphere crumbles. Okay. Yeah, that would have been nice to read the book. I wonder, does he have an audio version, like you find on Audible or Kindle? Yeah, because he just violates YouTube term of service. Like it don't matter to him. Okay, cool. Okay, so just take him seriously. Okay, got you, Dale. Yeah, she she is doing a lot, and I saw recently that she's saying negative things about single mothers when she's a single mother. She's a very weird woman. Yeah, he calls black women German shepherds. So yeah. Booker T says a high percentage of men grew up without fathers. That's what germinated the Manosphere. Okay, Booker T. Yeah, a lot of children in black community grew up without fathers, which is really sad. Dale says no, YouTube can do a number on people mentally. I agree. I really do think it's impacting people's mental health. Hi, Rozzy. Good to see you. So let me continue the video, but I'm just curious to know what y'all think about Obsidian and Minister Jap's fallout.
Then I got a few red flags, so I made content on it. I never hated him, just disagreed with some of his messages. But what? If I said something that was wrong or untrue in a video, when I seen him, I'd apologize. But Bernard made a point and said, Marquette, video is still up, which is true. But this is business. Allegedly. And if I was getting subs from that video, I'm not taking it down either.
Well, fuck you then, bitch.
Anyways, after this situation, Marquette goes on his live to explain the situation. Some said he took more shots at Kevin Samuels. I just thought he doubled down on the things that were true about Kevin, like the fact that he's not really a businessman. My take on the situation was it's only entertainment. What y'all expected them to fight or something?
Come on, son.
I guess so, because according to Minister Jap, that's exactly what Kevin Samuels said he was gonna do when he ran into Marquette. And I was getting Ray J vibes from the whole conversation.
And we got 7 Rolls Royces outside and we just made 350 racks on the nigga saying Ray J got beat up. I'll shock that nigga in the face, my nigga.
Rumor has it, Fab never got up after that swing. But anyways, I'm not sure what y'all wanted from Kevin.
Okay, now he made an interesting point. He says that this is just entertainment, but no, there are people that taking Minister Jap seriously. They're taking Obsidian seriously. They're taking Kevin Samuels seriously. This is not just entertainment for people. People are booking consultations with these folks. So this is not just entertainment. They're telling men and the people that teach women how to live their lives. So how's this just entertainment? Now I get like Saint and Sinner. That would be ridiculous to go up to this man and beat him up. I think Kevin said he was gonna beat him up on site with her, but he old. He ain't. Like, come on. Just says maybe it's just me, but I feel like that growing up without a father line misses the point. What do you mean? I think that is significant. I do think people need guidance, but would you care to elaborate on that?
Kevin, I keep hearing that Kevin is a black belt, but bro, he's also like 60. And if I'm too old to be fighting, he's definitely too old to be fighting. So that's my take on Kevin and Marquette. Now, what y'all might not have seen was Bernard Riley's live, which was comedy. Minister Jap and Obsidian were going at it. Hilarious. Roll a clip.
Minister Jap, what's going on, brother? What's going on, fam? What's happening? What you got on this, man? You was saying quite a bit in the chat. What you got on this one? Well, niggas, what I'm saying, don't know the real. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I know what's going on. I really know what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? I know it personally. When you see that nigga
hugged up with that shit. That's bitch ass shit because a nigga tell me straight out his mouth, when I see this nigga, I'm gonna get down on this nigga, woo, woo, woo. And you tell me ride with you. And I ride with you because dude fuck with me. Like a lot of motherfuckers don't know. Saint the Sinner, I know these people behind the scene. Saint the Sinner fuck with me. He like, love my shit. We supposed to work. I ain't work with the nigga because of dude. You know what I'm saying? And now you over here keying, being a bitch, and then you tell me soon as you see this nigga, you hate him worse than Tommy, nigga. I know the man. See, y'all let this bitch ass nigga on this motherfucking show. Y'all let his ass talk too goddamn much. And I met him in person. You know, you little as hell. You're not gonna do nothing. You're goofy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I supported you, bought your little book, but like, let's keep it 1,000, nigga. You know you're not gonna put no tension on no nigga. And end of the motherfucking day, you know what I'm saying? Your ass just goofy riding. You know that shit on OC because that nigga ain't never helped you and ain't helped nobody since he been fucking doing this thing. And we been fucking sitting back, letting this nigga shit on niggas. Fuck this nigga.
Okay, so that's, I mean, he's using some strong words there. He's saying fuck Kevin Samuels. Because I thought him and Kevin was cool because I shout my video out, but my video I did on Kevin Samuels when he was in that pink fur coat. It was that pink fur coat. He was making a video response to Jap. So I thought they was cool. So it seems like a lot of people are just getting tired of him. And while I'm thinking about it, I know Kevin Samuels had Shan, I think her name's Shan Booty, I don't know, but she's like a sex expert, whatever, on his YouTube, right? Talk about sex. Now, why he didn't get Ron Wells? Why he didn't get one of the men that speak on intimacy? Isn't that interesting? It does kind of seem like, not saying he has to, but isn't that interesting though? When you have men in the same space that you are, that you kind of came up with, if you will, I guess a peer on YouTube, you couldn't consult him. This man has written books on this, so I find that interesting that he went to her. And I'm not shitting on her. I'm just saying, why, if his channel is mainly for men, from what I understand, why not get a guy? Unless Rom didn't want to do it, but I saw a video Rom did, and it didn't seem, put it this way, it didn't seem like Kevin had reached out to him to ask him to talk about that with his audience. So I just find that very peculiar. And I can see why a lot of these guys are growing frustrated with him. Cause he, we just need to call a thing here. This dude is a fraud. He's lied his way, talking about he got a chemical engineering degree. He literally just paid off his child support in 2021. And like they just, and he's telling Black women that they're not needed to create Black families. And I know that's like an Israelite talking point because they try to say, I'm not sure. They say there's a scripture that say you deceive of your father. So it's like Kevin says these cruel things to these women. So, and like I said, Jap is vicious too, but it's interesting to me that he didn't seek any of his fellow peers to have that discussion with helping men be better lovers. Okay, women can give some pointers too, but I don't know. What y'all think about that? Let me know what y'all think about that. Dale says black belt don't mean a thing if you're not used to getting hit. That's true, which he probably lying about that too. Just says, I feel like it misses the point because I know plenty folk that came from two-parent homes. They no different than folk. That's true. That's true. And that's a choice, I feel like once you're an adult, even if you didn't get the parenting that you needed, and it's unfortunate, it's with psychology, they call reparenting yourself. So you're giving yourself the love, whatever it is that you need, or you seeking it out, even if that means like, you create new friend groups or therapy, all kind of ways, but you're really giving yourself what you need because your parents could have been depressed, strung out. Parents have issues, they're human. So, they love to use that. But another interesting thing about the men is that they were talking about women don't have dads, but a lot of black men didn't grow up with their fathers. So I don't understand that. I guess like the black men just walk out on their daughters, right? But they parent the sons, let them tell it. Hey, UK Kev, the KS was gonna hit Saint Center with his handbag. Yeah, he's silly. Hey, Couture Ray, good to see you. Just chilling says, okay, he gonna windmill him. Was he gonna do some of that? What's that guy? Walker Texas Ranger on him. Thank you, Bree. Yes, let's get the likes up. Hit the like or dislike if you don't like it. Hit something. Appreciate it. Yeah, and I didn't have time to see why Minister Jap is so angry, because you can hear the vitriol in his voice. Like he's upset, and I know he's been on the Tough Talks TV. That's, I think, Jessica X and Sister George platform. He's been cutting up over there too. So I don't know what's going on, Minister Jap. Booker T said, okay, so you're not a fan of KS. He's just I just think KS is intentionally trying to be hurtful to the people that call in his show. I think he's a mean, old, ugly, dried up ass man. And no Tom Ford suit can help his poor attitude. Bree says he doesn't want men, he needs female viewership. Yeah, because the women, I'm like, and I noticed if you look at his chat, the women, I saw a woman say, yeah, I'm engaged. And there'll be men attacking. The women will leave a nice comment, and there'll be his angry incels attacking people. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Or women, or the women that are married. I'm like, why are y'all watching him? I find that interesting. I don't know if they want to brag about being married or what, but it's very weird to me. Just says because Ron Wills ain't as big as Sweetums, he ain't that big. That's a good point, Jess. I didn't think of that factor because his subscriber base is not that large. But he's written books and he's been doing it for a long time. So, but I definitely could see that because he seems very elitist and bougie, like Obsidian is trying to be. Dale says, I wouldn't trust anyone who calls themselves a relationship or sex expert if they're under a certain age, men and women. I think Shan is like late 30s. So I know she's been on YouTube for a while. And like I said, there's no diss. I'm not trying to diss her work, but I'm just curious why he didn't reach out when there are guys that do that, I don't know. And there's a book, there's a doctor that wrote a book called Come As You Are. I forget her name. To teach women about women or men, whoever wants to read it, about female anatomy and sexual intimacy, things like that. So that was just interesting to me. Dale says women and men are needed. I don't get where people say that. It's strange. Yes, it's very strange. It's hurtful to say, and I can see why. And I had a discussion with a friend, and they was like, this feds must really be bored. But I can really see why the government is looking into what goes on these online spaces, from like Reddit, YouTube, all these spaces, because this guy said it entertainment. This is not entertainment. People are listening to this. They're impacted by these words. They think these men are really living the life, and they're not. So just says, Shorty says he chilled with the Philly elite on the regular, believe. Yeah, right. I don't believe he go outside. And what's that lady be on his show? Brown Sugar Baby? Is that his girlfriend? Have y'all heard her? Then maybe that's his lady. Bless her heart.
Real talk. Now, what you want to say?
Well, first of all, Jap, Happy New Year. And secondarily,
get the fuck out of here with that stupid
secondarily,
shit. You like a grown ass man.
Well, I am
don't troll me, bro. Don't troll me, bro. Because I didn't.
Okay, that's funny to me. But just to refresh our memory, I'm sorry, I gotta stop this because it's not my content. I had to talk in between, but y'all remember, wasn't it January? They just had the Manosphere meetup. Jap was there, Obsidian was there, Bernard was there. What's the guy? Little Big Nate was there. Some other niggas were there. And now look how they talking to each other.
Met you, bro. You fucking 5'2", bro. I stop it, bro.
No, you won't do anything to me.
Come on.
All right, bro.
You won't do anything.
Hold on, wait.
Let me get some barbecue sauce.
Yeah. All right. Let's Obsidian. Let's go ahead. and
Go
get
right
your
ahead.
You know, bro.
Put your
Stop
hands
it,
on
bro.
me and you draw back a bloody stump.
Bro, stop it,
Believe
bro.
it.
If I
All
put
right.
my bitch next to
put-
your
you
bitch, my
put-
bitch make your bitch look like a man. Stop
Oh,
it,
really?
bro.
Is that right? Miss Pudgy, stop it.
Oh, I gotta.
Oh, yeah, really,
So
really.
now I
No
gotta
one
put
do that.
my bitch on
Sit
camera.
down, Jap.
Okay. Put
down,
your bitch
Jap.
on camera. Put your bitch on camera right
Sit
now.
down,
I'll put my
Jap.
bitch on camera right now.
Sit down, Jap.
Put your bitch on
Yeah.
camera right now. And I'll put my bitch on camera.
Sit down, Jap. Sit down.
All right, guys. Look, if we can try to rein this in a little bit, like
Cause he a
Jap
hoe,
did say.
man.
All right, I got you. But
I don't know what bug got up your ass, but you better go take that shit over there. I ain't got nothing to do with you.
Okay.
You better go take that shit over there.
So okay, all right. I understand you an elderly nigga. At least
I
arm wrestle
understand you
with
a
me.
dumbass.
At least
I
when
understand
see
you
me
a
arm
dumb
wrestle
nigga.
with me. At least arm.
He want all the smoke with Obsidian. And Obsidian, I don't know. Obsidian has an interesting history, right? Remember, he was going back and forth with that lady, the attorney Sophia Nelson. She was affiliated with Crystalline Cares, and like he was kind of harassing her, kind of border. I would call it stalking this lady. And he just said some. He's always just been. I know him and ARC have their falling outs every now and then, but his history is very interesting. But Minister Jap, he just seems just. He's very angry. Like he is very, very angry. And I don't know if they jealous of Kevin's success because Kevin, to me, when he talked to Nicki Minaj, he like a true bitch when he was up there. You know, he's so fake. They just show how fake he was because Nicki, if you want to say feminist, talk about feminism, she's all for women, you know, getting what they want out of life. She literally stood for everything he talks against. And because he, you know, he's on her platform, he was too cowardly to really have that discussion with her. He could talk to her respectfully. He's just a clown to me. Dale says YouTube is going to crack down on everyone, men and women alike. It's just gone too toxic. People are doxing each other. Dale, it is crazy. I don't know if y'all see what's going on. I call it a sector, Kwame Brown sector, but the way those people have been behaving over there, like I mentioned, Tommy Sotomayor channel is terminated again. I think just maybe 2 weeks. It's terminated again. Mr. Skinny TV, he been harassing Lady Queen Regina. She called his wife Ja. Allegedly, she got fired. These are people like 40 some, 50 some year old people behaving like this, doxing people, making fun of people lost, deceased children and mothers. Like, I just don't understand this. I thought this place, like YouTube, could be educational, it could be fun. You can, you know, you can find anything on here, but to me, that's where I'm like, okay, where are we gonna draw the line? Somewhere. Even with these manosphere guys, like telling these men pump and dump, there's repercussions for this stuff. All this toxic stuff they spew when they laid up with their wives or their girlfriends, why they telling these men, quote unquote, focus on your purpose, all this shit that they don't do. They just really, it seems like it's just a money grab. It's a money grab. Dale says, while calling significant other B word, he is very vicious with his mouth. Yeah, that's not nice either way. UK Kev says, imagine referring to your woman as a bitch and yet claim to hang around. I think I heard that. But yeah, that's not nice. Dale says, I remember Nelson. She got tired of the whole group and left. Smart move. Those women would have dragged Nelson down. Yeah, that was crazy. But I think she came in with good intentions because I think some of the things we're still seeing today with people just doxing, just doing too much. You can refresh my memory, Dale, if you remember, but I do think it was some doxing involved. And you know, we're gonna get into Chris Logic, but she kind of reminds me of Crystalline in a way with how she used her community. And just says, I remember Up Shorty and called himself talking about pulling up on Donovan Sharp. Oh wow, really? Donovan looks like he's swole up and tall. He might get beat up. Hey, Queen of the South, good to see you. Okay, cool. Thanks for stopping by. Queen said, tell me another channel today. He really does. He should be banned. Like, why don't they ban him? I get free. To me, the more you look at things, I don't think free speech really exists in this country. Like, you can't really say what you really want to say. Obviously, we see by the Oscars, things you really can't do and say what you want to say without consequences. So they are ridiculous, Queen. I'm like, I need to reset my algorithm because even like with Kwame Brown, we first came on the scene, at least when he went viral, his channel was a fun place. And real life, our lives, I know we all can be difficult and challenging in and of itself. So why do I need to log on here to see people tell me you're gonna piss on somebody's mama grave and all this foolishness, you're gonna beat somebody? I don't need to log on here to see that. Exactly, George Golden. You said at this point, I'll stick with the cat video. Exactly. Like, I've been watching like home decor vlogs and decorating, and I've just been enjoying it. Or even watching stuff like on Discovery, like what's the show? Put a Ring on It. I've just been watching more stuff like that because YouTube just I'm kind of like figuring out where I want to be, if I even want to be on here, because some of the stuff it's really disgusting. It's disgusting. Queen says Crumbling, yeah, and seems like Kevin is in the center, which I don't know. I don't know if they're jealous of his success. Like I said, just do the work. A lot of them are doing good, like O'Shea, and a lot of those guys are doing good. So I don't know why. Even Minister Jap's channel, at least from my vantage point, looks to seem that he has a great, significant amount of supporters that watch him, membership, all this stuff. So I don't understand why they're acting like this. Queen says that's exactly what it looks like. Yeah, and they're lying to these men. And how what's that guy? He's an old guy, Elder Baba Rasan, talking about people are agents, and Umar Johnson like call people agents. The Manosphere act like agents because it seems like y'all want to keep people apart. Like, people are really listening to this, especially young men. George Golden says Nelson came in with good intentions. However, she found that the women were no different from the dudes. Nelson married. Okay, yeah, sometimes that side can be quite toxic too. They can. Let's continue. And I thank y'all for joining me tonight.
Arm wrestle with
I got arm wrestle with you. I got something right here for you. I got something right here for you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right, yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm 1911 shorty. I keep it with me, B.
I don't need no gun to deal with you.
Time out.
I don't even need my cane to.
Time out, Jap. Let me
Y'all
ask you this
niggas
question,
talking
Jap.
crazy, man.
These
This
Jap.
niggas a hoe. All these niggas is hoes. I'm done with all you niggas. I'm not fucking with you niggas. Your niggas is fucking lame. You're not gonna do nothing when niggas see you. And I saw that shit face to face, and I'm looking at a nigga over here, backing a nigga that I know personally told me when he see the nigga, he gonna damn near destroy the nigga and didn't do shit. I can't wait to catch one of you fucking YouTube niggas play with me. We own that. Fuck you niggas.
All right. Jap, let me ask you this one. Okay, you go.
Now that's pure comedy. And I'm gonna leave Bernard's link in the description because I cut this up, so it might not make sense. We're gonna see how it goes. Roll it.
Yeah, so y'all go check out Bernard Riley. Check his channel out. He has some interesting panels over there. Yes, please get the likes up. It's free, y'all. It's free. And Minister Jap, y'all remember when he put up on Tommy, when Tommy was in Chicago, he pulled up on him, and I think Tommy was in the Trump, what's it called, Trump Towers, and he would not come outside to meet Jap. It was funny because Jap was going crazy. I don't know why he wanted to meet him so bad. That's another one that I had a lot of channels terminated Minister Jap. That's another one.
No.
But I want to show y'all something else right quick because just to refresh your memory, you didn't see when this is from December actually. These dudes were just together not too long ago. And now Jap saying it's on site pretty much. It's on site. So look at these dudes. So they had a Manosphere meetup in Atlanta. Okay, the meetup, it was their first meetup, but it just was raggedy. I've been to events, they like to make fun of women empowerment, but we know how to put on some events. We know how to decorate. We know how to feed you. It's gonna be a good time. And look how Obsidian's sitting. Who is he really going to hurt? It's Bernard, it's little big Nate. And look at Jap. Like none of these dudes lift weights. Well, Bernard might lift some weights. But look at him. Okay, so these dudes are something else. I totally get why the Fed and good keep on, Mr. White Man, looking at these dudes because they be saying a lot. And these dudes don't think these men are not acting on the food since these guys say. Okay. Yeah, they love hearing themselves talk. A long ass panel. Like, y'all don't have no damn job, business to run. Well, I guess if you like, maybe some of them they get enough income where they can. That's how they make their money. But I think most YouTubers cannot not have some outside of it. Bree says these young men are going to be with men. A lot of them. Ooh, I wonder that because some of them just seem to have such vitriol. And my thing is, if you, especially young guys, you're listening to these other men's experiences. These are not your lived experiences. It's another man's experience, and you're gonna let that, cloud your judgment or your opinion of someone. That's so sad. He is drunk quite a bit though. Minister Jap, he was drunk when he pulled up on Tommy that time, but I don't know if he's drunk there. He could be because maybe he was drunk. UK Kev said they've been watching too many gangster movies. They ridiculous. You notice they all conservative. These niggas is brand new. They all conservative. They all wear Tom Ford and Prada. I guess they all shop at Whole Foods. Like everyone else is beneath them. George says Tom carries when he can. I think it's going to be a tragic mistake. Someone, Tommy, yeah, I wouldn't mess with him. You can't have Atlanta off. Atlanta's a beautiful city, but it's just the event looks so cheap. And these men invested a significant amount of money. And look what they got. Look at this. I forget what hotel. I don't think it was Sheraton. I forget where it was, but it was in Buckhead. So it's in a luxurious part of town. They should have gotten better than that. They could have hired an event planner, to help them out. Because, women, event planner specializes in that sort of thing. But hey, they men, so I guess they don't need that. It does look like they're in the boiler room, but they're supposed to be in some swanky hotel. I'll play it. And this is from Life of a Grandmaster Troll. Let's see. That's just that. But yeah, they in some swanky hotel, actually. He's giving where the men's at. Yeah, they is something else. And Jab used to harass the hell out of Sansaray. He saw them airbrush pictures and he was in love. He was like Pepe Le Pew on that girl. UK Kev said it's a Weight Watchers meeting. That's what it looked like. Bernard, the only one that dressed nice. He seemed like he has some business about himself, but these other guys, especially Obsidian, we're not gonna let you forget your history. So Shorty sit like he been snap his fingers in the Z formation while moving his neck. Yeah, that's such an awkward way to sit. It really is. Yeah, how you have an event for hours? Who want to hear these men talk for hours and no food, no water? Like, who does that? They who pocketed this money, y'all? Who was it? They didn't even have no food. They could have had some little finger sandwiches. They could went to Publix, got them some subs or something. This is just clown. This is a scam. Kevin didn't even pull up at the meetup. Lead attorney didn't even pull up at the meetup, and they both were in Atlanta. They said, "Bump y'all." They didn't even pull up. Oh, this was Obsidian's presidential suite. Okay. Told you he bourgeois Negro. He bourgeois, honey. He in the presidential suite. Okay. Really, Queen? He sells bundles. Oh, that's why he got some money. Hey, always loving it up. Say they don't need no more food. They have all hit the wall. They have, but they forget it. They try to say like, oh, women at 30 years old have hit the wall. But these big belly bald head Negroes don't ever hit the wall. So that's so funny to me. When I'm outside, you know, you look around the mall, certain places, I see men that look be over 40, and a lot of them are not looking that great, you know. So for them to say women hit the wall at 30 years old, that to me, it's just like they want to break women's spirit. Why would you want to break somebody down to be with you? You want a downtrodden, depressed woman? It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. So I didn't get the timestamps. So let me go back to the other one. Then we're gonna get into Chris Logic because homegirl then goes. So we need to figure out where she is. We need to see what's going on. But I just wanted y'all to see them at the meetup. So now they're not friends now.
No. Well, I understand why you're upset with Kevin Samuels. I get that. That makes sense. I'm not gonna deny him on that. I don't know why you're necessarily upset with you. That's what I don't get.
It's pretty obvious, right?
No, it's not. No, it's literally it's not obvious why you're upset with you.
Well, who's successful here? Who's doing more things here?
Between you or Jap?
Mm-hmm.
I think Jap is pretty damn successful on
And
YouTube.
who was more of it?
You asking me who?
Exactly.
No. That's not an exactly. If you're thinking that you more successful on YouTube, I mean,
I didn't say on YouTube. I just said more successful. Period.
YouTube is kind of what
I didn't say just YouTube. I said who's more successful. Period.
He does YouTube. You do YouTube. You wrote a book. You didn't write a book. So
did he write a book?
Okay, so you're just gonna set. Okay, all right.
Did he write a book? Hang on. Did he write a book?
His book could be a damn doorstop. Any of us can write a book if we want to and publish on Amazon, self-publish it wherever. Anybody can write a book. Okay, what does that say? You still bougie. What do you say? He the voice of the everyday Negro, but now he's not. Now he's above that. Now he's at the art galleries. I guess what's that place? I don't know Philadelphia like that, but he's at the Philadelphia Art Gallery, whatever. That's where he hangs out at. Bree said this is why I don't listen to know of them. They're just dusty ranty fries. Yeah, pretty much. They're just really pathetic. This is crazy. And they'll be talking about nothing, the same stuff every day. Women, what they say, modern women are not good. Black women are overweight. That's all they say, the same stuff every day. He said, dude, so Theo Waff fronted the beat. Okay, I remember that from GMT show. But Theo needs to ask some questions because what did they do with his money? Because that is a trifling ass looking. They could have had him meet up at McDonald's and look better than that. George said this is going to be the new film from DC, the Incel League. I'm just waiting for the Zack Snyder cut. Yeah, these dudes off the chain, and they've been doing the most lately. To me, they've been ramping it up. Now they got the feds watching them, and you know a lot of people say, "Oh, it's just the white boys now." You know how this country works, so they're gonna be looking at y'all. Yeah, they are downtrodden men. A lot of them don't even go outside, but they can sit online all day and tell women how they should conduct themselves. Bree said they need a place to stay and money source. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna if he's doing his thing with his podcast and stuff, that's cool. Good kudos to him. But he's just very elitist now, I guess because he's riding Kevin Coattail, and there's so many people doing that these days, especially the women. I just can't stand the women that do it. I have to use that word mammies because I cannot stand them. Queen says Obsidian think he is more successful because he wrote a book, but Jap has a car and Obsidian does. Oh, Obsidian does have a car? I wonder, he must live well, I know he's from Philadelphia, so he must live in maybe city center or somewhere where he doesn't really need a car. Parts of the city where you can just walk around, go to Whole Foods or go to get some Starbucks. He must live somewhere like that. Because I don't know how else. I mean, most people do have a car there, from what I understand, though. Yeah, any of us can write a book if we want to, and that's great. Kudos to him, but that doesn't make him better than Jap. Jap's channel is he's doing his thing too. I think he does better numbers than Obsidian. We'll take a look. I think he does. Just says this leprechaun is basically telling Bernard Riley to bow down. Yeah, Bernard, kudos to Bernard for standing up, saying, hold on now. Not just agreeing with him, but being honest with him. Oh, Theo said he didn't want to put a whole lot into it, but still, it seemed like that money for how much they charged the attendees. Somebody pocketed some money or something. Something's not adding up. And they wrong for not providing. Every event I went to, they're going to provide you lunch or something. Damn. George says, and don't get me wrong, I can understand the anger that some men have. There are things that I think is unfair. However, I don't bash an entire group of women. That's great. Yeah, that's true. And I could get it too. Like, but we shouldn't paint each other with a broad brush. We all are different. You know, every man is different. Every woman is different. So I don't like painting everybody with broad brush, saying all men, black men, not this, black women are this. I don't like doing that. Right. Yes, absolutely. Bus pass. But you know, just some cities, it's just convenient. It sounds like he probably lives in a, I don't know the word. Kind of like if you live in DC, like the district, then most of the district, you don't need a car if you like riding the metro. There's a lot of weird people on the metro. But if that's your thing, you can just get around, hop on the metro, and get here from point A to B. So it sounds like perhaps that's how his city is. But if you're in the suburbs, then you need your car. So that's what I'm assuming that he's doing, because you know he's bougie now. You know how Kevin, I don't know if you ever heard this. Kevin says, I like living in the city. So that's Obsidian just mimicking his king, Kevin. That's all. That's all that is.
I don't. When Jap go live, I see anywhere from 1,500
You
to
didn't answer my
2,000
question.
people. Oh no, he didn't write a book, Obsidian.
Okay. Next question.
No. It's not a next question yet. Like this is taking it down a real stupid path.
You asked me a question. I'm giving you an answer.
But I'm telling you to push pause.
Why?
And I'm telling you this because I'm talking on my show. Minister Jap is very successful at what he's doing on YouTube when he goes live.
Who's more successful?
I Obsidian. I'm
making a case. I'm laying it out.
Obsidian. Stop. Come on, man.
And I'm just going to show y'all Jap's channel, and I'm going to show you Obsidian's channel so we can compare, which I'm not doing this to compare them, like say one is better than the other. I just want you to see. That's all. So let me tab here. Like Minister Jap, he's been on YouTube for a while, so make sure that's sharing. Okay, move that for a second. So you can see, like the last video had over 27,000 views, trapping off the babies. Okay. To me, Jap is a true infant. So I'm gonna keep on. I guess he talking about Will Smith since he said weak, whipped, and on a leash. 22,000 views. Expiration date of Black Marriage, 29,000 views. I would not go listen to that at all. The Rage of the Simp, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, 88,000 views. Okay. The Consequences of Your Whole Phase, 18,000 views. What the Manosphere Was Supposed to Be, featuring Angry Man. Now, I might listen to that. I think I'll make a listen later, just see what they're going at. 20,000 views. Female sex. So as you can see, his channel, I would say that's good, right? I would say I'm a small fry over here. So I think that's pretty cool to see those numbers, right? And one thing about Jap, because I watched him before, he has this cool church concept. So he played have the organ sound. So I'll give him that. Like it's if you can, I can't look past what he's saying, but if you can look past saying he has a church concept, it's interesting. Like it's for men anyways, whatever. Section 8, simping for single mothers. I know one time, I don't know, we talking about the LGBT, and that was crazy. Lonely Black women are trying to substitute. So as you can see, his number's okay. He got Stacey A going, but it's okay. So as you can see, he's doing all right over there, right? Okay, so let me see what y'all saying. So, yeah, some places it's just easier, and a lot of parking in certain places is so expensive. It's just better to take public transportation. Just said nothing wrong with taking the bus. It just shorty and be going hard, trying to be something. Yeah, he's literally trying to fuse himself into Kevin. It's really creepy, actually, I think. Stupid path, that's the thing. Okay, but and let me show y'all Obsidian's channel right quick, because Obsidian, he's a piece of work. But I thought he was on with Jessica X and Sister George, but I don't know if he's on there anymore. I don't think he is. Let me share this. I'm not sure what the fallout is exactly, but there was I think there was a fallout. In that channel, what was it called? Tough Talk TV. It was Ramil's channel, and Sister George purchased the channel. But as you can see, his last video, 530 views, right? For whatever reason, why are people going in on Russell Wilson, Sierra? I don't know why that union bothers people so much. Okay, so you can see Jap's channel is definitely gets more views than Obsidian's, right? So I don't know why he thinks he's more successful than him. I guess because he wrote a book. And like, I'm not really a fan of comparison game, but I thought it'd be interesting for us to see just for the purposes of what Obsidian's trying to say. He keeps having this woman on his show, and she's like a mammy. So I'm not a big fan of her. But, yeah. And they don't like the exposing Manosphere guy. So they different, right? Yeah, it is a lot of chaos for sure. Okay, so let's continue because I thought their Minister Jap did end up revealing something interesting. I believe it's in this video because apparently Kevin don't really like Obsidian like that. Apparently, so let's see. They're gonna get into that.
Oh man, the man came and can attack me on your shit.
That is true. That is.
And I have a right to defend myself.
And okay, all right, fuck it. Go ahead.
All right.
Say whatever you.
So you asked me a question. Why did he come after you? He got beat with Kevin, but he ain't man enough to go see Kevin. But he gonna go after me.
I did. Hold on. I did want to ask him what is his problem with you. I didn't get that answer from him.
Tired of this doing this little bitch-made shit. Tired of these bitch-made motherfuckers always going in diversionary shit. You got a problem with a man? Go see him.
That's true. That's true.
Tired of this bitch-made shit. Tired of it.
He mad.
I give you that. I'll give you that. Would you?
Yeah, I didn't understand what the whole beef was about. I don't really watch Obsidian, so I mean, maybe they liked each other, maybe they never liked each other. Who knows?
Saying before wasn't quite making sense, but what you're saying right now, I can go with that.
Right, me too.
And if you don't like what I said, you know exactly where to find me. 1785 Market Street, June 9th through 11th, 2022, here in Philly. If you don't like what I said, you know exactly where to find me. I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
Really?
That
sounds very
was
sweet.
my editing. I closed that up. That shit's funny.
Just leave me alone.
And on a lighter note, at the Manosphere meetup, I stood right next to Obsidian. I am 6'1". I was not a whole foot taller than Obsidian when I stood next to him. He's not 5'2". I don't know who started that.
Oh no! Little Mr. Jap come up here with that bullshit. But when I talk about tying fire to his red ass, now everybody, oh colorism. You goddamn right. We gonna take the gloves off. Let's take the gloves off. He can talk about my height. I talk about how soft he look. Soft marshmallow looking motherfucker. Stop it.
He does look kind of soft. Y'all, he looks soft to me in that photo.
Stay soft marshmallow look motherfucker. Stop it. Oh, gooey in the center.
Ha! Gay!
Pause. Time out. Yo, somebody, I'm sitting here me. Lord have mercy. I'm sorry. I'm from Harlem.
But he did look soft. I guess I could skip. But Queen says it is just a lot of chaos and confusion. It is, and it's not very interesting. I don't know. It doesn't seem entertaining, lighthearted. It just seems more toxic these days. A lot of vitriol. A lot of people just, I don't know, they projecting what's going on. He said, let's not forget there was a time when Tom Thumb was throwing a temper tantrum because his subs wouldn't give him money to pay a light bill. Is that Obsidian? Is that what you mean by Tom Thumb? Yeah, he's very mad. He's tired of people. But people are like, he's just riding Kevin's coattail. It's not even benefiting him. Like literally, I see channels, especially the women, that's doing like Kevin reactions. And they're doing better than him. Kevin paid these people dust, and Kevin is so disingenuous. I just don't know why people are taking him seriously. I don't get it. He's short pop. Dale says, since we're using Tupac lyrics now, I clown around when I hang with the underground. Girls used to frown every time when I come around. He's silly, Dale. Okay, yeah. Obsidian, sick of y'all coming up with him about Kevin. Queen says, I think you're right, MJ. It's a money grab, and now that Kevin is so successful, a lot of people are tired. Yeah, which I'm like, I don't want to hate on nobody else's success. I mean, because look at it this way. If I don't know if y'all seen, but Kevin was on TV even when he lived in Oklahoma. So it seems like this has probably been a dream of his for a long time in the making. And even just the way, he does things, he take it very seriously. But my only thing with him, his personal life is fucked up. He don't need to be telling us what to do, but whatever. I just don't agree with hating on people. I just think just do your best you can. Do y'all think that Kevin is not helping these guys, or should he help these guys? What do y'all think of that? Just said, yes, Sweet'em Scammers enjoying these lists celebs. Say, yes, don't forget he was in Future, the Ultimate Baby Daddy music video. Like, I'm surprised. He would align himself with somebody like Future, That's interesting, but hey, who am I? Who am I?
That shit, I'm saying. Not to work with him because of that, and then all of a sudden Kevin Samuel, you see him and it's all smiles. Then, for that reason, Jap do got legitimate reason to be like, damn, Kevin, what the hell? I understand. I'm
gonna fast forward this a bit, but y'all can check out this channel, Confidence Creator, and he actually links you to the original live stream if you want to hear the full show. But I don't want when I think Alan Roger Curry comes on. I think it's quite interesting. I think Jap is back, so let's see. Well, maybe I do let it play. Let's see.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. I got told straight out the man mouth. Told me, don't fuck with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at you like you my friend, you my homie. You know what I'm saying? Hell nah. They nigga fuck with you, they fuck with me. Nigga, fuck that shit. I'm like, yeah, I can't fuck with you. I had to tell Saint to this motherfucking face, nigga, I can't fuck with you. Talking crazy about O'Shea and motherfucking Kev. Straighten that shit out, and then we can work. Cause me and him was supposed to be working. We was like, I fuck with niggas like that. Like I love getting at bitches, and I love getting violent. That's just I box, I work out all the time. Like I don't even know why these niggas they just swear I'm just as goofy at a gas station. Just okay. I wear Gucci and all types of shit and drive Benzes and shit. I don't understand. But
and there's a video of this guy that looks like his Minister Jap getting knocked out. So that's what he referencing. But again, another bougie one time he wear Gucci and drive a Benz. Okay.
How recently did you and Kevin talk about Satan the Sinner and whether or not you should work with him? How recently was that?
That's probably like last year. Like it was already understood. I wasn't gonna fuck with him, out of relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm telling y'all, see, this dumbass nigga just sucking dick, don't know shit. And I'm just telling him, like, dog, you doing too much. Shut your dumb ass up. Because I know what the fuck was going on. Like, dude don't know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro wanted to fuck with me. He wanted to work with me, whatever like that. And I didn't work with him specifically for my niggas. Now, let's keep this shit 1,000. Niggas tell me they gonna go crazy when they see him. He hate that nigga more than fucking Tommy. Nigga, so what the fuck is you talking about, you dumbass nigga? That shit was going. I heard it from his voice, nigga. You're talking stupid. You're just the fucking guy, bro. Like, you're dumb, bro. You're just talking, bro. I know these people. You don't go out in the streets. You don't move around. You don't do shit. You don't leave the house. You play PlayStation, nigga. Shut up. Fuck clown, nigga. I'm out here. I talk to these people and they know what the fuck is going on. I touched down in your city and I probably got niggas there. So stop playing, bro. Like, after that meetup in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it just for a moment there. But yes, y'all, please get the likes up. It's free. Appreciate you. Subscribe. Haven't already. Appreciate you in advance. Dale says, if I did a YouTube channel, I like to host a public domain. I went. Oh Lord. Okay. Queen says, yes, I think KS always wanted to be a star. That's clear. Yep, it's very clear. So I think that's the difference between him and the other guys. They may have not want like fame. I think he really wants fame, where I don't think that's what other people necessarily want. Just as funny, he mentioned the gas station because he admitted that was him that got knocked. He admitted it's him because he tried to backtrack and say it's not him. Okay, but this is getting good. So let's continue.
I cut it like that because.
Oh, come on. Poor.
It was pretty much just the same stuff they was ranting and saying the same things that they had already said. So this ARC, I forget what he was talking about, but we'll roll it.
Everybody was expressing commentary like, oh man, we thought people was gonna be beefing, but everybody got along. Everybody got along famously. Now this is kind of pulling the wool over there because I saw both photos and videos with Jap and Obsidian and you like in the same space. Y'all was like in photos, videos. I would have never thought until the day that Jap had that much venom. I don't understand Jap's venom towards Obsidian, so I'm gonna stay out of that. I don't know. Here's where I will at least partially defend Jap though. I'm just gonna go here. I understand some of his frustrations to do with Kevin. Again, I don't know why he got so much venom for Obsidian. I don't know the basis behind that. But
I think I know what that is. I think that he just, when I just say this real quick and pass it back to you, I think because he was in all those photos that you talked about, and then Obsidian is doing some things and saying some things that a lot of people in this space don't like, and he wants to. I think he wanted to formally separate himself from Obsidian. I think that was part of it, and I think he got a legitimate problem with Kevin Samuels, and as he explained when he was up here.
Let me say this while I'm thinking about it. To me, it says a lot when the Manosphere meetup was in Atlanta, where Kevin Samuels lives. I don't necessarily say so much lead attorney, but Kevin Samuels didn't go by to say, "Hey, take a photo," anything with these men. I think it was at least a 2-day event, maybe longer. That speaks volumes to me. So that says what he thinks about them. So I don't know why Obsidian is just holding on to his coattail like he is.
I think that if I had to narrow down what his problem was, the legitimate thing about Kevin Samuels that he explained, and overall, he want to separate himself from Obsidian, and it's like this is the perfect time to do it. That's my general analysis.
So basically, no one knows. I mean, but Jap came back, so we'll see what else he got to say.
he made a couple critical comments about Obsidian. They weren't super mean-spirited or anything, but if there's at least one thing he said about Obsidian at the time, this was June of 2018, he said, I kept coming up on doing what y'all.
Okay, just to give y'all context, this is Alan Roger Curry talking about what Kevin Samuels told Alan Roger Curry about Obsidian.
Oh, pull up on Obsidian's live streams during 2018. And Kevin was basically like, dude, what dude? He said, "No, why are you doing that?" I said, "Because, I want to clarify things, particularly if he puts words in my mouth that I didn't say." He said, "No, man, that's not good for your brand." And this was one of his criticisms, honestly. He said, At that time, he said Obsidian is probably the most toxic brother and unnecessarily argumentative brother in this space. He said that's not good for your brand. And I said, okay, I might take heed to that, Wizard. Then roughly 15 months later, he was like, him and Obsidian was like Ace Boom Coon. And in my eyes, and people can, disagree with my perspective, but man, I'm a dude, I'm so much about anti-phoniness, man. That came across as phony to me. I'm like, okay, how you gonna tell me to stay away from this dude in June of 2018?
Alan, man,
And now,
hey, Alan, man, if I was to really talk to this goofy ass nigga, and he knew what that nigga used to say about his dumb ass, he would feel like a dumb ass.
Okay, so it must be some truth to that because ARC and Minister Jap is saying the same thing. So Kevin probably was talking crazy about Obsidian, but I don't think Obsidian is really defending him. I watched the whole 3-hour live. I don't think he was really defending Kevin. He was just saying he don't know about the situation. Honestly, I don't even think he needed to be on the live because he didn't know about the situation.
Okay, so let's unpack that. I mean, so basically you got Alan Roger Curry and Minister Jap saying, look, Obsidian, if you know what this dude really thought of you, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that's true? That Kevin really said that about him? Now, I noticed Kevin does not seem to go back and forth with people because Alan Roger Curry has had some strong criticisms of him. Tommy Sotomayor claims he stole his work. Alan Roger Curry has claimed Kevin Samuel stole his work. And I saw, it was a stream Kevin did not too long ago. He was like, well, I guess, I'm paraphrasing here. Something like you basically cannot steal intellectual property or words or something like that. And that's not true, but whatever. Something to that effect. But Obsidian, I don't know. I wonder, like I said, that's why I titled this is the Manosphere Crumbling, because with that information, they plant no seeds in Obsidian's head. Like, look, Kevin really don't fuck with you like you think he does. That's going to change the game. So many men are kind of speaking out, or at least it seems like they are kind of tired of Kevin, or at least calling him out on his inconsistencies, his lying. Like, how you so high value said you had an apartment in Manhattan and you dated a Victoria's Secret model, all this stuff, and you didn't pay your child support? Like, don't make sense to me. Okay, Dale, thanks for joining. Just said he basically admitted it when he mentioned the gas station, right? And it did look like him. I know Uncle Suge, some other people. I know Uncle Suge has that footage of Minister Jap allegedly getting knocked out. He says it's not him, mate. It looks like him. What's up, black men don't cheat? He said turn from men being appreciated to pure entertainment, turn into comedy, and the messages aren't always clear. Yeah. And that's like, if they're saying it's entertainment, it's a lot of men that are taking them seriously. Because I know somebody say, yeah, this is funny to me. I mean, how is this funny? When they say buy a dog, die alone, that's not funny to me. Said Kevin admitted to tricking. He did. I think he doesn't. He tell the man to buy escorts. Like, if he's a Christian, a lot of his advice to the men is kind of counter those teachings. It really is. So it really is. But I'm gonna drop the link in case anyone wants to come up. I know we need to talk about Chris Logic and Jessica. So let me find my footage on that. But I'm just wondering if perhaps Chris Logic got flagged or something, because she hasn't, at least I haven't seen any activity from her in a few weeks. It's been about 2 weeks now. So maybe she got flagged for that, because when the real Jessica, the lady named Jessica Raymond came on, she went on Jessica X's show and like, look, I'm not Jessica X. My name's Jessica Raymond. Chris Logic was doubling down, said, look, I'm going to drop a part 2. Y'all stay tuned. And we haven't heard from her since. So, but what I gathered from her is that she is, from Liberia. So she's African. I think her parents are Ghanaian and Liberian, something like that. So I thought that was interesting. She said she grew up in Pennsylvania. But when I looked at her channel, like I said, I wasn't familiar with her until I saw the doxing of Jessica X, because it's like every year someone wants to dox Jessica X. I think, was it last year, the year before, it was Shira 7. And because Jessica X, she does talk like the Manosphere. She sounds like those dudes, use the same talking points. And that's why I really don't listen to her, because she sounds just like them, very toxic. But I'm like, okay, does that mean you can dox her? That you should dox her because you don't like what she's saying? And again, looking at Chris Logic community page, she's definitely a divester. She took issue with that documentary Tina Lawson did, profile of the black man. And I don't know why they were so mad with that. I'm like, just because they're making a documentary about black men's issue in America doesn't negate or doesn't take away from black women's issue either. We all experience racism. We all experience prejudice in difficult trials in this country. Look at Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland, the list goes on. Just think about the things that don't make the news. There's some things that never make the news we don't even hear about. So I didn't understand why they were so upset with Tina Lawson for creating that documentary. And I was listening to her. She was on a panel with some guy. I can't think of the channel name, but they were talking about Kevin Samuels. And put it this way, let me rewind. So she did a video about some girl getting jumped. And she was talking about, where's Black Lives Matter? I said, Black Lives Matter? I've never seen them pull up because people get jumped. They happen all the time. Like, I think she's kind of extreme. And perhaps she's a product of all this toxicity on YouTube, because I know she's in her 20s. So maybe she's just a product of listening to all this toxic information. I don't know what y'all think of her, but you said Film Said Wars. Yeah, it's sad. UK Kev said JX tells Simps what they want to hear for a donation. Exactly. And I'm like, how's she always up? She's always online. I'm like, when does she sleep? There, like I said, on the East Coast, there's a significant time lapse from, I don't know where she is in UK, but I think it's at least a 5-hour difference. So I'm like, maybe YouTube is her main source of income now as well. Perhaps. But do y'all think Chris Logic's gonna drop that part too? Because I think she just done went ghost. You know, she's like, it's okay to say you messed up. I think that's honorable to say, look, I made a mistake. I thought sure this was Jessica X. It was not her. Because obviously we saw the girl on Jessica X's channel. So we're not gonna say, you can't say that that's Jessica X. Okay, you just can't. This girl was on there and Jessica was talking, the girl was talking. So that's not Jessica X. And I think, yeah, Jessica X, she wasn't on that Tough Talks tonight. So she's done with them. Always leveling up, said no, she needs to apologize to Jessica Raymond. She really does, because I think people were harassing her. Let me see if I can go to her. Let me bear me one moment to go to Jessica X's channel. But yeah, I mean, your doxing had this girl being harassed. That's not cool. That's not cool. And I get what she's doing. I understand what she's doing. I think a lot of us, you all in the chat, understand too what she's doing. She's just parroting Manosphere talking points to get money. A lot of these girls are like the Danica Maries, the Didis, a lot of these women are. They know the game. They know what works. So that's what they're doing. So that's exactly what's going on here. So I don't know. I remember that video she did. I think she said Jessica X doxed her. Maybe someone be on Jessica X channel doxed her. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to that. But she basically said Jessica X had did something to her. Put it that way. So, but I think the best thing to do with Jessica X is just not listen to her. And I'm gonna share this with y'all. Just don't listen to the girl. Let her get her coins from them little lonely dudes. But I'm gonna show y'all this. And I'm gonna see what y'all saying. Cause I don't know. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's see what we think. Okay, so this woman's supposed to be Jessica Raymond. I guess it's a boyfriend. Like I said, I don't really watch the woman channel because I can't stand those what she be talking
And
about.
that's her with her fiance, and like I said, he's been with her through everything that's been going on. So he's been able to see everything that she's going through. So, just what kind of messages have you been receiving, and how has it impacted you?
To be honest, no one has been contacting me directly, which I'm mad about because I just wanted to send someone a voice note. Like, we obviously don't sound the same. But so no one was really contacting me directly. So I was trying to reach out to people on YouTube, and everyone was like, just fake, just fake. And I wouldn't say I found it funny at first. It was just weird. And then someone said, I'm going to contact your employer. And I was like,
Yeah, then that come through as emails.
so yeah, someone did contact my employer.
Oh wow.
But luckily I've been with them 12 years and they just left, basically.
And that's the thing. So they contacted her workplace to try and get her fired. So this is what these women are doing. And the way they've gone after her to contact her employer to literally try and ruin her life is why I protect myself the way that I do. But she can't protect herself because she doesn't know what's going on. So just all of a sudden.
Okay, I'm gonna pause that for a moment. And if you all want to see this full video, please go check out Jessica X's channel. And her name is Jessica X. So give her go to her channel. I shouldn't be there. Go to her channel directly, right? It's kind of long. But well, I mean, I'm looking forward to the part 2 because I want to see where Chris Logic is going with this because I'm kind of like, okay, because I really believe she had her. And then I'm like, well, I don't think you have her. It just says, oh, Chris no logic, dude. Yeah, come on, girl. Like, no, everybody makes mistakes. If maybe she's close. Yeah, I think she's close. I don't know. And I guess Jessica X says she protects herself because of people like Chris Logic. Well, let me ask y'all this. What do y'all think about what Jessica X says? If you've watched her before, do you think she's toxic? I think she's pretty toxic, and she said some horrible things about Black women. I don't like it. Just says Picture X left tough talks not long after Chris No Logic's fuck up. I was listening to Ramil just because he was talking about Sister George and them, and he was laughing. He was saying that Jessica and Obsidian left because the money not right. So I guess maybe the views are not what they were when he was running the channel. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with that, but maybe that's why she left. UK Kev said I grew up in Leeds, which is near Huddersfield. I knew Jessica Raymond wasn't just JX. Oh, really? Okay. Bree says I believe that Chris Logic got the right woman. Really? Okay. It was very convincing to me too. Cause I was like, wow. Okay. So UK Kev, you said the accent. So the accents are different, basically, based on I don't know what y'all call it in your country. So okay, that guy has the same accent as you. Bree says that woman looks nothing like the pic that was shown. Bree says Jessica X is a liar when stop and no bounds to protect her lies. Yeah, I just don't like how she just spews those Manosphere talking points. Like, I wonder, do women really believe that? Like, it's a woman and she's being the Umar Johnson sector. Dee Dee, I can't. She just says can't make this up like Kevin and saying such negative thing. And we're like, bitch, shut up. Because this irritates me. I just find it disgusting when women do that to each other. Even like Danica Marie, females, calling women hoes, 304s, all this stuff some of these chicks do for money. And like your husband let you sit up here you practically naked on YouTube for these lonely, thirsty losers to look at you and give you cash apps and super chats. You'd say they believe it. Yeah, it's sad and it's crazy. Like the channels that are so toxic, like I guess people gravitate. I don't know if they're like, I can't believe they're saying this, or Even with Kevin, like they ain't telling men you know don't need black women for black families. Are you for real? I'm sorry, Capri. I just cannot with those women that just say those things. Like to me, they have no integrity because I don't think some of them. I don't think they really believe it. They honestly align with. It. I think they're just doing it just because it's the cool thing to do right now. That's what I think. Just says picture X just as weird than incels that donate to her. And then especially too, like I've never been to the UK, so I don't know what life is like there. Perhaps you all have similar issues like we have in the United States. UK Kev can speak to that. Well, like she should mind her business. Like, you know, that's my thing with her. And I remember it was her and this other girl, Shui, I think her name Shui Celeste, they would get into it. She like, and 1, 2, 3, we're gonna cam up. Like people been begging her to cam up. So, I mean, um, I don't think that's a big deal. I just think what she says is just terrible. But I'm learning if something trigger me, I should not watch it. So that's how I try to address it. But again, people are impacted by what they listen to. A lot of people listen to these young men. Men of all ages listen to this stuff. That's why the feds are looking at them. Because I'm wondering, like I know, like what's her name, Paris Milan, Sinji, a lot of these channels show you like these crime stories that like women, being taken off the earth or negative things happening to them. And I know that's been happening since the beginning of time, but sometimes I wonder, are these people listening to stuff like this and operating like that because of what they heard? Like women are nothing beneath men, you just to make babies, kind of crazy things we hear in the manosphere. I just wonder that sometimes. So I'm playing a little more of this.
Chris Logic has put these accusations out there, and then boom, she's getting people that are calling her job, trying to get her fired. And like she said, she's worked there for 12 years. So they know her. They know, like, listen, they can listen to me and see we're not the same person. You can look at us and see that we're not the same person. So she's lucky in that sense, but it genuinely could have impacted her. It could have impacted her job, impacted her life. Imagine she lost her job through this. Through absolutely no fault of her own, because those women knew that she was not me when they did this. It was just a good storyline to them. They knew she wasn't me. Sorry, say that again.
It seems like someone was bored on the evening. Like we had a little conversation earlier, and like we do like 12-hour days, just work, come home, and then to get pulled into office because someone sent an email to your bosses. It's a bit unfair, isn't it?
It's completely unfair, and that's why I know what you're going through. So I'm going to put Jess's Cash App in the chat.
What's interesting to me is about their exchange is that you notice Jessica X, she's not really interrupting them. She like they each take a turn speaking, which I guess that could be considered polite, but that could be like, maybe Bree might be on to something here. So I am interested to see what Chris Logic comes up with. I mean, I don't want to see the woman doxxed. I don't think it's that serious, but I don't know what she did to her. Like Chris Logic said she did something to her. So I guess that's not clear to me what happened. But, that's interesting. Like she's allowing the guy and Jessica Raymond to speak, and then she'll speak. Kind of like in a normal exchange, sometimes you kind of talk over each other sometimes. So, we said they want money. That's all. Yeah, they do. And this was just way on my spirit every day hearing these, because even reading the comments of dudes, like they just say the worst. Some of them say such horrible things about women. They laugh at women getting taken off the earth, especially if it's like another race of man involved. Then it's so funny to them. So I don't think I want them as my audience. They too toxic. Just chilling said, for what I'm seeing, the MGTOWs using Picture X, Danica Marie, Chantel, Simone, Sister George. Oh yeah, the Caribbean chick. Oh, that's another one. Sister George and other women in incels, Spirit Shields. Now, Sister Georgia, isn't she supposed to be married? But they was up there rating men in a manosphere appearance. Like, where is her dude on YouTube too? Do y'all know? I thought that was interesting. Just as a better way to put it is the women just hire muscle and then digital. Yeah, I could see that. But I'm curious to see. I'm assuming that Chris is just flagged. What y'all think? You think she hiding? I think she's flagged because she did dox this woman. I think that's a violation of the guidelines. So I don't know if that. I don't think it's a way for us to find out. But that's my thoughts on it. Or maybe not. I think the video's still up. Let me see. Yeah, I think that video is still up. And that's been 2 weeks. And this is crazy because to me, Jessica X she's disgusting. I remember when she had Shira 7 trigger, and Shira 7 normally can handle trolling. She's normally don't take YouTube too seriously. Like, she have fun with the trolls, but Jessica X had her so triggered. She tried to dox her with that girl. I forget the girl name, but the girl was hysterical. The girl was so hysterical. So that just tells, to me, that says a lot about Jessica X. When you get Shira 7 shaking up like that, you done something. Oh, okay. So I wonder, does he mind her? Like, it's not my business. So let me share this. I just want y'all to see Chris's community tab because I think it's pretty interesting. Give insight into her. And I think, what's her name? Jessica X supposed to be in her 20s too. I don't know. I don't believe a lot of what she says. I really don't. But she's told us she will be addressing Catfish X 7 days ago. We're still waiting. Okay. So, and then somebody said they tried to do a reverse search of this image that Jessica X uses. They said they couldn't find anything, but it's obviously a woman, right? So I don't know. Like, I'm not a tech person. I don't know. But do y'all think she should cam up? Like, do y'all think that would change people's opinion of her? I don't think that's a problem because it's what she says, not how she looks. To me, it's what she says. She says a lot. And these people that came up are very toxic. Look at Tell Me Sotomayor. Okay, so when she talking about when she did she did this video. I think they filed a copyright claim on her. They were really giving Miss Tina a hard time. I think Miss Tina comes from a good place. You know, I don't think she means harm. But if y'all notice on her community post, she posts a lot of like what Crystalline would call swirling couples, but interracial couples. So this kind of shows me where she thinks, where her mind is. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And she calls Black community Blackistan. That's a YouTuber. I can't remember her name. Oh yeah, Tierra Monet. Yeah. She's a beauty YouTuber. Okay, so she likes to post the interracial couples, and there's even a guy that wrote a book about Black women should date other races of men, and I think it was it was in some major news media this week. Bree would know what I'm talking about. She's still in the chat. I forget his name, Ralph Richard Banks or something like that. So that's coming up again. So I thought this was interesting. I'm not against interracial marriage, but I think Jessica X is more pro-Black. I think Chris Logic is like divest or just expand your options. And I was trying to find the source of their fallout, and I haven't been able to find it yet. You know, dig through the trenches for that yet. But I would like to see part 2. You know, I would like to see where she's going with this, or at least come back and let us know you're okay. You know, let us know that you're okay. No one's perfect, but I'm curious to know what she what she has up her sleeve. You know, UKKF said JX pictures are old. I reckon they are of her from about 10 years ago. Yeah, to me, she doesn't operate like someone who's 20, what's supposed to be 25. To me, she's older. I don't believe for 1 minute she's 25. I really don't. Just says at this point, I wouldn't give a damn if picture X came up or not. If she do, cool. If she don't, right, right. And from what I recall from the video Chris did, she said she's not gonna let up on her. So, like she said, Jessica X offended her some way. So maybe Jessica X needs to apologize to her for whatever she did to her because she's very upset with her. But I noticed online a lot of these spaces, some of these channels, it's like people are so rude and cruel to each other. Even like I was mentioning, y'all, Kwame Brown. I just call it sector because I think it is a sector of its own at this point. How people are saying they're gonna piss on his mother's grave, just talking about calling his mother a prostitute. His mother wasn't no like, in the streets, that's fighting. Like if you was in school, you don't say nothing about someone's mama unless you want to fight, right? At least when I was in school. So just the way people are treating each other, and even at their big ages, like age is not equal maturity. That is for sure. UKKL says she doesn't cam up because she no longer looks like those pictures. That could be it. I'm just assuming that YouTube is her job because some nights if I have insomnia, I have a bad habit of grabbing my phone and I'll click on if someone's live streaming and I'll see her. I'm like, well, if you're 5 or 6 hours ahead of us, it's super early. Why are you on here? Or it's super late. Like, I just think that she's a liar. I believe she's a liar. So, you know, just as even Theodore almost got his ass. That just that was classic. And that dude, do you know that dude? Speaking of Theodore, Jamil Peterson, he's in the Kwame Brown sector by default. He keeps making these videos saying he wants to harm himself. He said the FBI was at his house. Like, he's got in his mind that this is how you go viral by say these crazy things like what do you say? Hassan Campbell try to slap it. Like, it's some weird ass people over here. It's some weird ass people over here. Said it's true, yeah. So, and to me, Jessica X reminds me a lot of Kevin. I feel like when people it's one thing to say, like you can offer advice, right, for women to improve, or maybe because like Brie does that on her channel. Go check her out. Sometimes she'll talk about dating and things women can do to improve. But she's not like mean with it, mean spirited. Like you can tell when someone's coming from a place where they're trying to hurt your feelings, if that makes sense. And that's what Kevin does. That's what Jessica X does. I mean, Kevin actually said there is some kind of, I forgot what it's called, but there's a mathematical formula that says Black women are least attractive. This guy has an issue with Black women. He says Black women are least attractive based on some kind of formula they use. And he said beauty is not subjective. When beauty is subjective, like I may find a man really handsome. Bree may not find him that handsome. Just may like a woman that you can care. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these people seem like they've been offended and they come on here to get revenge to me. Just as she's a project manager though. Yeah, is that bad? I mean, she claimed that wasn't her. Like whatever. I mean, I don't really have much sympathy for her because she said some very foul stuff. So like whatever, you put out all that hate, then that come right to you. I'm a believer in universal law, so I try to operate with integrity. I'm not perfect, but I won't get up here and tell nobody dying alone. They ugly based on some mathematical equation and they below average. It was a girl that she was really pretty. He told her she was adjustable 6 or something like. These people are strange on here. This old ass man telling women they don't look that hot and telling people what they deserve. Like, who is he to tell anyone what they deserve? Even Obsidian, now he's on this tip, telling folks what they deserve. So, I don't know. I'm gonna drop the link one more time. Yeah, weird attracts more weird. Yeah, so it's just, you can kind of be whoever you want to be online. And I'm just wondering, how did she even find herself in the Manosphere? How? That's, I don't know all the history. I know she'd be on Mr. Fantastic channel. And he has some, I don't even know where he is. Is he even still on here? I haven't seen him in a while. So, but yeah. Danica, even Saint Center was saying he want to see her titties. Like, that's disrespectful. That's a married woman. But hey, I think Saint Center's up to something when it comes to Danica and Jessica X and whatever other woman in that Manosphere. He's up to something. I don't know if he's doing some kind of social experiment or what. Because he clowned the hell out of Jessica. He was saying that she's a man or something like that. So, and Jessica, she was getting a little triggered. He was really starting to bother her. She normally gets under people's skin, but she was getting it back from him. So I was happy to see that. I ain't gonna lie. Just as weirdos, junkies, drunks, divestors, incels, bums, bootleggers, and the criminally insane. Pretty much. Because that Kwame Brown sector, that my mouth just be open with that. Between Mr. Skinny, Queen Regina, Jamil Peterson. Like, this could be a case study for some university. Like, the things these people be doing on here, Tommy. And some of them make Tommy look innocent, honestly. And that's bad to say, but some of them make Tommy look very innocent. The woman called, they said the woman Queen Regina got Mr. Skinny wife fired. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. UK Kev says, I worked in 2 factories where line managers were given project manager jobs because they were useless. Okay, UK Kev. Okay, we hear it from UK Kev. We got the UKT. So, but she did. Now, didn't she say that? I think Jessica X did co-sign it, that she is in project management. So, okay. What's up, Master Viper? It's been a minute. Good to see you. He said SNS is the corniest dude on YouTube. I just saw that clip of him and Jessica X. I was like, ouch. Ouch, Yeah, it's been a minute. But I mean, I don't know if unless y'all have something else. Y'all want to hear more of Jessica? We can look at a little of that and then I'll let y'all go. Because I know it's been a minute. Let's see. We've been on here for a minute. So, do y'all want to bet how long it's going to take for the Manosphere to really crumble? Because looks like it'll be happening pretty soon.
For you guys to support her. So if you're going to send anything to me, please send it to her first, because she's really the one that's having to go through it. She's the one that's having her job contacted. She's the one who just has to listen to people say disgusting things about her for days and days on end. And she's up here, she's strong, but I know, listen, that's not easy to deal with. So, please, before you send anything to me, I'm going to put her Cash App in the chat. And if you could send it to her. So it's # Jessica Raymond. Let me put this in the chat. Jessica Raymond 1992. So I'm going to spam this through the chat a bit so that you guys can support her and mods. If you could put a link for her Cash App in the chat and spread that through for me, that would be great. Danica Marie says,
what we'll do as well, we'll come off the cam. If anyone wants us to come back on the cam, we will.
Yeah, you can come off. You don't need to stay on the whole time. You can come off. I'll drop this one down.
And speaking of Danica, I think Black Male Advice TV been getting under her skin because he was doing videos on her But she can judge women. It's funny, they can judge women and judge people all day, but when people do it to them, then they're a troll, they're a hater, all those kind of things. So that's funny to me, like very funny. But good to see you. You said how much I'm trying to put up. Let's put up some Monopoly money.
Danica Marie says that's exactly what we needed. Good job, Jess. And Danica, I'm gonna contact you. I just wanted to wait for things to die down a bit, so it's still not all hype. She says we don't need room for error for these damn trolls. Yeah, because I could see them in the chat. They were like, "Well, how do we know? How do we know?" Well, there you have it. You've got the proof directly. You can see her. You can see that is the lady that they doxed, and we're not the same person. You can see we're from different parts of the UK, right? Different parts of England, different accents. We're not the same person. JTC says, I want to say sorry to Jess Ray. You did not deserve all this nonsense. I hope you're doing well. The Harmony Pill says, keep your head up, Jessica. YouTube is so freaking weird and obsessive these days. I'm tempted to retire from my channel, sending love and blessings. Yeah, because you're just trying to listen. We're just here just trying to do our thing, trying to make our content. And this is what we have to deal with. And for Jess, she's not even trying to make content. She's not even involved at all. Like at all, but she's having to deal with the consequences of it. And like I said, Chris Logic, she knows that we're not the same person. She knows that, but to her, this is a good storyline. And I'm going to show you guys today how we can prove that she's lying and completely crush her credibility. The Space Hopper 45 says, Jessica X is filing taxes now with these receipts. Yeah, we've actually got receipts now. We can come out and prove it. Marquis says Dusty Divestors taking L. They're going to keep taking L's because these women are so bitter and angry that they can't even make like clear choices.
Okay, now that reminds me. I think one of the things probably bothers Chris Logic is that because Jessica spews those Manosphere talking points, she likes to say, well, those white men, those other men don't want you. No one wants Black women. You're all overweight. She says those same things in her British accent. So Chris already said she's not going to let up. So she's probably cooking something up while she's flagged or whatever's going on. She doesn't seem like the person to just go away quietly. So I'm thinking she's going to follow up with something, let us know something. But Jessica was saying some horrible stuff, and it's kind of like, well, you could say things, you can't tell people how to respond. Personally, I don't agree with doxing people. I don't. I try just not to give people their same energy. I don't think it's worth it. But Chris Logic doesn't think like me, so hey, she's not gonna let her, and Jess is probably gonna continue to have people doing that to her. Master Viper said, talking about people need to tap in with the mayor of Las Vegas corny. Is that the MTR dude, Master Viper? Bree said Jessica's a mess. She is. She stay in the middle of some mess too. It seems like it's always some controversy with her. That's in the wrong person. Yeah, that's a mess right there. Like that's a mess. Let's see what your part 2 is. Come on now, Chris. Where you at? But this is my opinion that she's probably flat. She can't come on here. It's not that she doesn't want to, that she can't. Just says, hate to say it, but Picture X got a strong case here. Shit's making the incel spirit look like big hero. I don't know about that, but it is definitely it's unfortunate. But like I said, I'm curious. I want to see what she's going with. I really do. I just don't understand how she's always on these odd hours of the night per her time of the day. I don't think she's no 25-year-old woman. Why would 25-year-old woman be interested in this stuff? Are they? I don't know. But let's see.
Things through anger, and then you're going to make stupid decisions. You're going to do stupid things, and you're going to make yourself look stupid. And now today we're actually seeing, listen, you look stupid. There I said it says, X, you are a boss when it comes to exposing these divestors. Shame on Chris Logic, Shearer, and the rest of them harassing this young couple. Thank you, there I said it. And Volcana says, greetings, JX and chat. Like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you, Volcanus. And Brandon L. Jet says, boom, both Jessica's undefeated. Say Pookie twice. Pookie, Pookie. Trying to come for her, to come for her job, to come for her family. Now's your chance to come up and actually speak to her. If anyone has any questions that they still want to ask, now is your chance.
So hold your peace.
Or forever hold your peace. I don't want to hear any more about it after this. It's been proved to the fullest. The Cisco says Chris Logic needs a new hacking.
And I think Jessica X is really close with Kevin too. But this is interesting, right? It's interesting stuff to me. Bree said Jessica X used a pic of a pic. Her world's closing in fast. So that's why they couldn't probably find it when they did that reverse search. Yeah. It does seem like it. People onto her. She probably done slipped up with somebody too. UK Kev says, I work nights. Project managers don't work nights. Okay. Bree says, I don't believe she is even in the UK. I don't either, honestly, because the times that she's on, like I said, it doesn't add up. Like, you gotta rest sometime. You gotta get your rest at some point in time. So it's not adding up to me. Just said make Picture X look good, but we already know the Intel Spirit gonna try to get the W though. Yeah, they're gonna do what they can. And the girl said she's not gonna stop. She's not gonna stop because from what I understand from her video, if y'all check out Chris Logic's last video, she said that, I'm paraphrasing, but it's like someone either with Jessica or some of her minions doxed her. Or they did something to her. Okay, so you said she has a Southern English accent. Oh, wow. I noticed that too, Bree. I was mentioning that they never spoke at the same time. So I'm not going to write it off as just yet because that's a good point. They never spoke at the same time. So people been, I think at least for 2 years now, people been demanding she camp up because she just says the most ridiculous things like these men. So people are sick of her. Except the guys. I guess the audience that likes that kind of content, they like it. As you see, they support her financially, but this girl, she done said she's not letting go.
Tool. That was the thing that made me laugh, the Cisco, because if you watch that video where she was trying to make it seem like she's this major hacker, I'm just like, what the hell? Anyone, like even I could see that was a random screenshot from Google. That wasn't any hacking. All she did, and I want you guys to let me see if even I can show you now. If you go to Google and you type in Jessica X, I want you to see what happens.
Make it small.
Let me share this screen for you guys. So if you go to Google and you type in Jessica X, here's what you'll find. So guess what comes up? If you go to images, you're going to see Jessica's image there.
First one.
So first one. So this wasn't like, I was using my coding skills and I had this hacking app and I had all of this. No, it wasn't. You just Googled my name and you saw Jessica there and you thought, okay, this makes for a good storyline. There wasn't any sort of intelligence. There wasn't any of that went into it. You just saw her picture there.
The thing is, it's not even an X, it's a kiss.
This is ridiculous. He said this FBI check. When I Googled her on my phone, I typed Jessica X. The YouTube Jessica X is the first image that comes up for me. But I don't know. But I'm curious to know. I'm definitely going to follow this saga because I definitely want to know what happens. And I think perhaps Jessica X should consider how she talks to people. And just be kind to people. Like, you make your point without being rude to people. Bree says, I believe Chris baited her, and now I know for a fact that just says, that's interesting. Yeah. That's interesting. But yeah, I definitely want to keep up with this to see what happens. Look forward to hearing from Chris Logic. But yeah, I know we've been here for a while. We almost at 2 hours. So I thank y'all for joining me tonight. Appreciate you. Definitely be sure to like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Bree. Thank you, UK Kev. Just chilling. Master Viper. There's someone else here. Dale was here a little earlier. Everyone in the clouds, thank you. Always leveling up. Black men don't cheat. Queen of the South, George Golden. If anyone missed, my apologies. Morris Chester, though it's like Morris Chester. Morris Chester. Thank you for joining me this evening. So yeah, we definitely need a part 2. We got to do part 2 because this, and I need to do some more research myself because I haven't been able to, just been kind of busy. I haven't been able to find out like what was their initial fallout. And that's not clear. Like I saw Chris Logic did a stream with O'Shea on his, was it Kid Gonda channel, and that was a positive conversation they had. She's collaborated with other people, but I'm not really sure. So I want to kind of get to the bottom of that just to get some more clarity. Like, what's the issue? Like, I get why. I get it. Jessica X is a lot, but that's it. We're gonna keep up with try to monitor the Manosphere to see what's happening with those fellas because they're just good in December. You know, they're all going crazy. And I saw an interesting video with Kevin. This person pointed out all these inconsistencies, which some I was aware of, but the child support thing is crazy to me. But that's it, y'all. I don't want to keep rambling. Thank y'all for joining me this evening. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about everything. Have any suggestions? Drop them below. Until the next one later. Y'all stay safe. Have a great evening.